Once upon a time, long, long ago, the gods of Olympus made Tantalus king of Sipylus. The kingdom, rich in the minerals copper and tin necessary for the manufacture of bronze, made Tantalus wealthy beyond any other mortal being. Zeus, who was the father of Tantalus, invited his son to dine with the gods in his home at Olympus. During the meal, Tantalus descended into intoxication and, in his state of drunkenness, stole nectar and ambrosia from his host. Tantalus, at first pleased with his accomplishment, began to resent the gods of Olympus for their immortality, their beauty, and their wisdom. His resentment simmered into envy, then boiled over into seething animosity. Tantalus was seized by a desire to bring them down to the level of mortal beings, and he formed a plan to prove them ignorant. As gods, they had the power of foresight and could divine the reality of all things. He invited the deities to a feast in his hall, and he served them a casserole made from the flesh of his own son Pelops. The guests, aware of the origin of the meat, did not touch the food, but Demeter, distraught by the loss of her daughter Persephone, absent-mindedly ate part of the boy's shoulder and swallowed his left shoulder blade. The gods were outraged by this atrocity and bound Tantalus in chains. As punishment, he was cast down to Hades, where he stood in a pool of water that was surrounded by trees bursting with fruit. When hunger demanded gratification, he would reach for the fruit, but the trees would pull back their branches and deny him satisfaction. When driven mad with thirst, he would stoop to drink the fresh water in which he stood, but each time he sought to drink, the water receded and he remained parched. For eternity, Tantalus was tantalized, tormented by his own lusts.